Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, so hi.
Báwo ni, my dear?
Nice shades.
I know.
So tell me about yourself. Tell me your name and about yourself.
My name is Oli Ekun, also known as Agba, also known as Oli Ekun. Jangulabi Eko Kamala Ramo, you only go in Texas. I don't play. Uh, I'm from Abeokuta, Ogun State, Nigeria, but I moved to Ibadan since I think 1998, and that's where I've been all my life until I started coming to Lagos because of the hustle. But yeah, I attended University of Ibadan, where I studied adult education. I am the firstborn. I What else? What else? What else? It's just, I'm just chilling, and I'm a content creator, an entertainer, an actor. Also, growing up in Abeokuta, I don't have stories here because I left when I was 2. Yeah, I left when I was 2 years old. So that memory is just, I can't remember anything from Abeokuta, but Ibadan. Ah. So I grew up in different areas in Ibadan from Iwalategbie, Felele. Moved to Orita. Then our house got flooded. We moved to UI. Stayed with my auntie. Yeah, moved back to Felele. Challenge from Felele to Oliole. From Oliole back to UI. So Ibadan as a whole, I know so many places in Ibadan, and that's why I studied. That's why I went to Omolaran Nursery and Primary School. I went to Staff School UI. I went to Rema College in Oliole, and I went to Maverick College, University of Ibadan. So all my life has just been Ibadan. And shout out to Ibadan, man. Shout out to Ibadan. Hmm. How did Ibadan influence what I do? Um. So I mean, growing up in Ibadan, yeah, I first of all, the type of house I come from, like the family I come from, we are just five. The firstborn of three, and growing up in Ibadan, I was exposed to a lot of comedy. I was exposed to a lot of music, thanks to my dad anyway, because I remember as far back as 2006, 2008, when I'm coming back from school, I'll buy all this Night of a Thousand Laughs. I'll buy the first album I ever bought was Asha's Beautiful Imperfection. Then my dad put me on to all these old artists, like all these veterans, Ebenezer Obey, King Sunny Ade, Fela, Yusuf Olatunji, um, Coyote Fashola, everybody, like all this, like it shaped who you see. It shaped Agba. Do you understand? So um, all of that, it just really helped my craft. So that's why when I make a skit or Agbalo Soro, this and that, the music I use in the background is always like, oh, all this, or just give you that vintage and nostalgic feeling. So yeah, Ibadan it's still playing a big role. Still playing a big role. I mean, the school I went to, from Rema to Maverick, private schools, and I went to UI. And this is the first time I'm probably saying this on air. Before I got to uni, my Yoruba wasn't so fluent. The only thing I know that I could do very well was read Yoruba. Because anytime it was time to read, was Yoruba book? Adake Dajo, all this Yoruba literature, it's me they will call in class to read. And even though it wasn't so good, it's based on the fact that I live with my grandmom during holidays. Because my mom's mom, my on my maternal side, she's from Ibadan. The paternal side, she's from Abeokuta. So my popsy side, na English we dey talk. Momsy side, na Yoruba. If I go um popsy side, how are you, Toby lover? Do you want biscuits? Do you want tea? Do you crumpets and all that? But when I come to momsy side, Shoma Muti, Shoma Muti, shaking by a poti. So like all that growing up, it just yeah. Anytime I tell the story, it makes me feel it brings back that feeling. And I started making skits 2019. it was, I won't say by accident. I was lucky that day because um, the week before I started making skits, or years before, I used to sing. Yeah, and when we're in uni, hustling, just trying, just for people to hear your voice and all that. You would fight with DJ would throw your CD. Bro, it was wild just to get attention. So up until 2019 July, I think middle of July or so, even the week before that, I had made a cover for Fireboy's "What If I Say." So the following week, I think it was a few days later or a week thereabouts, my friend Sholape on Twitter, she had lost her mom like recently. So before then, I just used to joke with her just to make her feel good. And that day, she just put out a tweet, a tongue twister. How do you know her eyes are hazel? Make a 5-second recording of that, like a video. So I saw people started posting their videos. And oh, cool. Make I jump on her too now. I was just playing. I didn't know what I was doing. So I made that video, but the first take I made, it wasn't like, I said, let me just mess around. Let me just make sure like we just feel good. So I said, how do you know her eyes are hazel? I said, Sholape, my dear. I say I did toast you, Unduka. I said, Unduka, my dear, I love your hair. What are you doing today? Kill on share in how many minutes? So that's how I was talking. And I said, Koni Badger, baby. I didn't plan anything. So that's how I just started. So when I posted the video, this is the people started commenting. And for somebody who has been grinding for over how many years, that's the first time I was getting that type of attention. So when that started happening, and I started seeing the hashtag Konibajo baby, then someone said in the comment section, I can't forget, take this character to IG. Because the type of person I am, it's not as if that's how I am on a regular day. Like if I take my phone, I'm just having fun. I'm just nonchalant like that. So let's take this character to IG. I was like, should I? Should I? Should I? Should I not? So from there, I just said, oh, okay, the people love it. Let's see, there's more where this came from. And it wasn't difficult for me. It was not like an assignment for me. I would just basically carry my phone, do nonsense. So the first person that reached out to me was TMX. So shout out to TMX. So then Mayoko, yeah, Mayoko rather. Mayoko reached out to me so that we posted my video on Snapchat. I was like, hey, now wait till now, like, you like this? You like, okay, now, oh yeah, now let's go. The next video, mo ṣàṣì fún Tẹ́níwọ̀n bí àwọn. Ṣé fún Tẹ́ní next one, Tẹ́ní say, how far back? Let's go on a date. Even though we have not gone on that date, Tẹ́ní, no wahala, but she's still my baby girl. Um, then the next one, Niniola, I'm trying to remember, Copy, then who else? So I just started getting better, doing different things, and here we are today. It's just been a wonderful ride. And why I said it takes me back to that feeling that I felt the first time I made that video is because imagine I was not online that day. Imagine I didn't see Shalakwe's tweets that day. Do you understand what I'm saying? Imagine or I didn't continue. So there's that too. So yeah, all glory to God. Mm. So here's the thing. I don't really like that tag influencer. Maybe because of the air that's surrounding that name. Because if you actually dip it, if you look at it very well, the name influencer, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that is stigma or that whatever that is around it. Like because anytime we date Twitter, if they just they do nonsense, like just very, very nonsensical bullshit. If I'm allowed to say that out here. So that's why I don't want to associate myself with like influencers, but at the same time, it's not such a bad thing. So I think it's fine. That's fine. Okay. Um mm, it's been wonderful. I won't even lie to you, it's been wonderful because I didn't know there was a world like this out there. And me getting into that position, it's just been a blessing. Yeah, I'll call it that. It's been a blessing. Um, so when people want me to influence for them, It's just mostly like, oh, Agba, can you help us amplify our brand? Can you make a skit around this? Can you do that? And some of the challenges I face is when, or I don't face so many challenges. I think one thing I don't like is when I'm not given like total control, like creative control over what I want to do. When you are saying, oh, do it like this, do it like this, like this. But now we day on top of that platform, we know how it works. We know what to say to take, or what to say to gain the interest of the people you are selling your product to. But when you are saying, oh, do this, I'm not saying you don't know your job, oh, but you do your job. Let me do mine. Straight here, you wash it here, try and shit in it. So that's like one of the things. Just creative control, basically. How did I come up with that character? My software, my dear. Thank you very much for that question. Shuri. Nígbà tí mo dé láti NYC, when I got back from NYC, I don't know if you know, well, I'm sure you know it. I'm sure you know it. NYC, that depression, that post NYC depression. My God. Yemi Omamo, what's more so, you know it so well. That post NYC depression, when you say your popsy will come meet you for night, put the fan back to one. After I don't put the fan on five, he go catch you for kitchen. Butter at home, fisi bread and poju. Butter at home, fisi bread and poju. Oshima has saying to me super park, Meji. Are you out of your mind? So that depression, bro, it was wild. And again, what even happened that time? Oh, when we don't get money pay for Go TV, yeah, we can't watch. Um, can't watch NT. My God, bro, it was like a rough couple of months, so very rough. So I'll get to the question. I'm just remembering all these things that happened. Or was it when somebody told me to come for an interview, Unduka? Me to you. It's just us having this conversation. I told me to come for an interview. I got there 8 in the morning. Bro, I should have got to the building. Funny looking building. When I got to the building, I don't waited. I called this guy. I'm downstairs. He said, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. 10 o'clock, 11 p.m. People started trooping out, like 200 people. I'm like, what's going on here? And I met one of my NYC mates. His name is also Toby. Toby, how far? What's going on here? Said they be called what's it called? Yemi, help me out here. All this call support. What's it they call it? Customer care. Thank you. Customer care. Say now what's it they do? Say say how far? How much? You say it depends on how many calls you make per day. I probably say, how many calls do you make? How many calls have you made today? They went from like 8 to 11. Like over 300. Ah! Over what? I said, okay. And because I was desperate, I said, okay, no, I'll wait. I called the guy. Say, how far? I've been here for over 3 hours. Where are you now? I said, I'm coming, I'm coming. Unduka, till 4 p.m. Ah, I'm patient. I'm patient. God, no, I'm patient. This is 4 p.m. I went back home. So it was around that time too, like this whole thing started. I'm getting somewhere. So the way that Agba character started, when Popsy comes back from work, he'll go to staff club. I'll also follow him. Do you get? All those randy old men, all those raunchy old men will sit down, they are gathering, beer everywhere. The type of mundane conversations they are having, raunchy, out of satanic haram conversations, my bro. And you can't say anything. You just sit there and you just pay attention. So I come and go stuff like, and they were always, or they, because they still do it, they are always code mixing Yoruba and English together. So that conversation very interesting and hilarious. Do you get from from conversations about politics, religion, sex, like all these things together. So I think that was what informed, or that's the foundation of the Agba character, and the fact that I told you earlier, Momsi side, Popsy side, English, Yoruba, join everything together. So that's why I'll just come out. Hi, my dear, how are you? Nduka, let me take you to Shotide Mall, sorry. I will dazzle you. Nduka, I will splurge on you. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, Rary, you like what you're hearing. Don't worry. um, so yeah, I think that's about how that character came to be. It was just like experiences from being in settings like that. Yeah. And the fact that I was exposed to a lot of comedy too. So yeah. I should talk to you about my acting career. My acting career started with 5 seconds on screen. And shout out to my management company, Temple Management Company. They are also the ones in charge of. They are also the ones managing Bisola, Bimbo Ademoye, and others. So how did that even happen? Oh, I'm trying to remember. Okay, yeah. My manager at Temple, Winifred, she just reached out to me and said, Agba, can you make a short clip of yourself as a pastor, a prophet? And I sent it. I just did, I just do what I know how to do best. Sent it. And she was like, oh, cool. Come on set. And that was my first time on camera. And I won't forget, it was Auntie Biodu that directed the movie, introducing the Kujus. So when I started, I was supposed to that scene I was supposed to what's this stuff where you say you're then you come out demon from picking the air I was supposed to do deliverance, thank you. So when I started, I was doing my thing. In my head, me, I thought I was killing it. That's how Auntie Biodo now shouted from the other room. Oli Ekun, you think this is a skit? You are you are not ready for today. I will deal with you. That's when I now knew that, oh, being in front of the camera is different from, oh, like doing on top. It's very different. It's very technical. And you do so many takes, do so many takes. That I lost my voice that day. At the end of the day, 5 seconds on screen, but it was totally worth it to me. And I thank my management company. So from there, show more. The next movie I made, or I was in, Dwindle. I was in Dwindle. I sold drugs. Yeah, sold drugs. Then, um, my name is AZ. I was a PA to a politician. Shout out to TNC, Uncle Wale. Then the next one, Ololade. Up until this year, where I played my first lead. For I forgot the name of the company. So I forgot the name of the company, but yeah, shout out to Temi Balogun. Yeah, yeah. I played lead. It's been wonderful. It's been amazing.
So that means you have like a lot of projects.
Yeah, I have like pending projects. I have like pending projects. Yeah.
So like both the projects you're doing right now and the ones that are pending, which would you say is your favorite? The ones you've done, the ones you're doing, the ones you're pending.
I think my lead, my favorites because it was very challenging. That's my first time like being like in front of like being the it was very, very challenging. At a point I was acting and my eyes were closing. Like there was no day we left that nothing less than 2 p.m. 2 a.m. in the morning. It was very challenging and I really love a good challenge. It makes me um be better. I want to do better. I'm always aiming for the very best. I'm trying to bring the best out of myself. So I think I really love my character. Baba, the name is, or the title rather, is Babao. And
That's the title of
that's the title of the series.
sounds great.
Is it? No, it's a series. It's a
Your
series.
series, okay.
Yeah, it's not yet out. It's pending. I want to say Dylan. I'm just like, it's still the same me. It's still the same me. I don't let it get to my head or anything because, yeah, there was a particular time when I started, and before I started making skits, yeah, I used to tweet a lot. Just tweet. That was like my personal, just tweet funny, ha ha ha, and blah, blah, and all that. So when I started making videos, one of my guys, he now came to me and now said, Omo, with your new status, no, you're not supposed to reply some kind people again. You're not supposed to talk too much. You're not supposed to do certain things anymore. Do you get? So what he said and based on things where we don't see, from the outside or on the when you did on the outside, like looking in, like, oh, these people, they know to they reply people. That's true. They just keep it moving, doing all that. But I had to call myself back that, oh, these are the people that made you. These are the people that rooted for you and are still rooting for you. These are the people that will they carry you for head. You all talk say, well, because you don't do one or two, you know, go the which kind of that's why some of or yeah, some of my works, I always tweet them. Most people don't even know. I tweet some of the things I want to create, but it's very, very coded because that's just where I am. That's where I operate. And um, there's a particular time I've been saying the person won't kidnap me. I was just walking on my street. Then that tundra started reversing. Started reversing. What's it happen? Tilted tundra. What's it? Oh my God. I just froze there. I said they wind up. Agba! I said, listen, yeah, thank God. Yeah. So yeah, I mean different cases like that. And it's so funny to me because it's just me. It's just Oluwatobiloba. Like that's the way me I see it. So when I see people like, oh my God, is that Agba Konibache baby? Oh my, I'm like, calm down now. Like, what's in the sub for here? So yeah, it's just I just I just live basically. I just live. I just have fun. I don't make anybody feel like I'm above them or you understand or they're beneath me. I see myself directing movies. I see myself um with my family poolside bungalow, just chilling, shirtless, in my skimpy, wearing something skimpy, holding my baby in my hand, just vibing. Just the air is nice. Like there's a lake by the side. Outside this goddamn country, anyway. so, so yeah, and career wise, I see myself directing because I really love it. It's very chill. I'm always aiming for the best. I always want things I do to be perfect. So I know how to spot some things. Do it like this, do it like this. No, don't do it like that. This works, this doesn't work. So yeah, directing, producing films, and um, owning my own talent hub. There are a lot of talents in Nigeria. That's why going back to what I said earlier, that I called what I do a blessing or where I'm at a blessing, is because I just started making skits 2019, and even though I'm not where I want to be yet, I don't do so many things or things where my mates they do comedy since they've been grinding since they've not even done. Do you understand? So that's why I call it a blessing. And there are so many talents in Nigeria, and now we get this space. So I mean, we rise by lifting others. Let's just let everybody keep coming up and let's all have fun.
Okay, so let's talk about money since you want like that big house outside Nigeria so mosquito won't bite you.
Luca, before you ask that question, I'm terrible with money. Shuri, if not for my wife, I would have been in the trenches. Luca, you, I wouldn't have credit to call you this morning. Luca, I would have dialed star 626 before I called. But yeah, that's one thing I know about myself. My mom is always complaining. Toby, be prudent with money. Be prudent with money. I am terrible because the kind of person where oh my, this money the way we spend down now. Let's just because imagine say nothing is a bad. It's not a bad thing, of course. But say you save down. You save for rainy days. Boss can't jam you, bro. Or corona happen or something just happen. Yeah, gone like that. Oh, you will now leave the money for your goddamn. Oh, bro, come on now, don't play with me now. So that's my own reasoning. But at the same time, it's very good to say because it's been really, really helpful. I know my position, like, was it early last year or so when I didn't save? It was my babe that was, Toby, what's this nonsense you are doing? Okay, you know what? Let's put a plan in place. any money where you get like this, like 50% of every income where you get, put on for saving, put on for whatever you get. So like coming into this year, that was even the first thing I thanked her for on January 1st. I say, oh man, you're a blessing in my life. Oh. Even if I don't say, if I don't say it so much, you don't know what you've done for me. Oh. Because if not for you, I'll have entered this year a dead is car to be broken. Anything to be broken life. Do my God. Shit. Sakpa. Sakpa. Bro.
So I guess I want to ask how you invest.
Don't invest what? Invest in Guinness smoothie there. Just drink but on a more serious note, it's not as if I don't I know the right thing. It's just like that's my nature. I just make you just you understand. But it's good to invest. I will say that it's just like saving an investment. Your interest go they grow. That's the beauty of investment. Savings you could just do there, but if you invest, it's going to go a long way. Investment get wetin they do for person. Do you understand? So it's very good. Even though I don't know platforms to invest. The last the last investment where I do, you know, all those 20%. I'm more budget god. 20%. Idiots go me salad till today. Idiots. 20%. Timothy rò pé mo máa ra Benz. Sure pé Uber that dropped me. Uber was going to go and turn at Sabo. I said, no, just drop me here. I will fly this Corvette. Bro, you should have seen the way I jump Corvette. Show you come and read it. You to rap them. On top, bro. But yeah, don't invest in all. Let me just say this: don't invest in all them 20%, 30%, 50. Nah, more they will treat your fuck up. Or